2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Those vegan guys. I thank you.
Hello, I'm Paul.
I'm Jason.
And together we are Those Vegan Guys. We're doing a recipe video. It's been a while.
It's been a while,
hasn't it? We've done a shopping video and we've got 2 more of them to come. If you haven't seen that, we'll put it in that grey circle up there with the eye in it, and I'll link it down there too. It's our top 10 best items from Sainsbury's. We had a laugh, didn't we?
We did, it was right good. Thought we might get collared by the security, but it was right nice, wasn't it?
The fork were dead lovely. But that's not what this is about. This is a recipe video, and this recipe video has been massively inspired by the beautiful Rosalie at Cheap Lazy Vegan, and I'll put a link to her in the eye and down there too, because I'm kind like that. So this dish that we're doing, Jason, what's it called?
Bibimbap.
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 Yeah. So let's get the text up. Bibimbap. Bibimbap. Now in Korean, bibimbap means mixed rice. Quite simply, it's a mixed rice dish. So I think we better get started.
It's been an education for me.
So the rice that I'm using for this dish is one of the featured items in our top 10 best items at Sainsbury's, funnily enough, and it's this boil in the bag brown rice, and it's brilliant. It's marked vegan, obviously, and it's just boiled in the bag brown rice. We have this a hell of a lot, don't we, Jason?
We do.
We have it with our Chinese meal, we have it when we have curries. So 1 pack, you get 4 packs in a box for 90p. We just use 1 pack and it does 2 of us really easy. So because this takes 28 minutes, I'm going to put this in now. I'm going to wait 15 minutes and then we'll start the rest of the process that we add the rice to when it's cooked. So in the pan that goes, and we wait. I'm not even wearing a watch. Do you? You can ask them if you want. We don't mind you having some bibimbap.
Do you want some bibimbap, tiny child?
She's just moaning and moving around the kitchen. So what makes mixed rice a bibimbap? I'm going to tell you. It would be this. Now this is, can you see that alright, Jess?
Yeah.
This is called gochujang.
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 Jang.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
You got it. Yeah, it's called gochujang, and it is a red pepper paste, and this is what makes bibimbap. The other ingredients, you can actually be really, really versatile. Tonight, what we're using, come over, Jason, I'll show you. We're using the fries, lightly seasoned chicken strips, but you could use oomph, or you could use no meat alternative at all. We like it, so we're using, but what I'm doing is I'm taking the pieces out and I'm just chopping them down the middle, basically, so that they're smaller pieces. I'm using half a tin of black beans. The other half tin is in a Tupperware pot in the fridge until tomorrow. I'm using some frozen sweet corn and frozen edamame. I'm using some frozen peas, and I'm using half a bag of spinach, and I'm going to put that in quite near the end because, as we all know, spinach kind of wilts down to nothing. And I'm using 3 scallions, honey.
What are the scallions?
Spring onions.
Scallions reminds me of, like, I don't know, something like from a pirate ship.
Let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Apparently, classic bibimbaps usually have around 7 vegetables in them, or maybe it's 7 items, and therefore the meat would be classed as number 7. We'll be back when the rice cooks. Still not wearing the watch. What I forgot to tell you, by the way, was when I boil one of our packet rices, I always use one of these. And you'll be pleased to know that they are vegetarian, vegan and celiac friendly. Yay! Can all have them.
That's nice, isn't it?
It is, I like stuff like that. So, we're at the 15-minute mark. My rice has been boiling for 15 minutes, which means it's got another approximately 15 minutes. I'm heating up just a little bit of oil in our filthy wok.
Oh, it's a fine wok.
Oh, if you haven't got a filthy wok, are you even alive? Are you even cooking?
It's a fair question.
Do you know what I mean? So the first thing I want to put in there is actually the lightly seasoned chicken alternative. And I want to put that in there because I'd like to get some crispy bits on it, which means now it's in, I can turn it up onto a high heat and start cooking this. And once I've got some nice kind of crispy edges on this, then I will start to add the frozen vegetables, and the water that evaporates off them will kind of act as the steam to cook them, kind of thing. So I will add the frozen vegetables, finally the fresh vegetables, the black-eyed beans, and at the very last minute the spinach. But I'll add the spinach just before I add the rice.
Can't wait. I'm ravenous.
You started? I'm pretty hungry myself actually, and I have to say I saw this, I know that I've said I'll link to Cheap Lazy Vegan's channel. I'll actually link to the video that she talked about Bibimbap. It was one of her mukbang Mondays where she sits and eats a shed load of food. And that's where I got the idea for this Bibimbap. We've had it a couple of times now, haven't we, Jason?
We have.
So I'm getting a bit of smoke from my wok, so I might just turn it down just a smidgen. I always get more smoke the less oil I use. But we are trying to be healthier and eat less oil. So that's the way we're gonna go, honey. Right, can you see some kind of crispy edges? You know, you see the colour of...
Yeah.
Yeah. So, at this point now, I'm going to add the frozen vegetables. The sweet corn and the edamame. It's going to get very smoky in here. All up in here. The frozen peas. Do you know what? I was never ever a fan of frozen vegetables, ever. I used to always buy fresh or tinned. With peas and sweet corn, it was always tinned. And then I just really got into the convenience of buying them frozen, because it's great to be able to grab a handful from the freezer and just chuck it in whatever you want to chuck it in, you know. So I'm not adding any more oil to this pan, it has plenty now. Now I just want to keep stir frying, I suppose, making sure that nothing sticks. I mean, it is doing anyway, but once the rice is in there, in another 10 minutes, it should be fine. So you might as well go and make yourself a brew or have a wee or something. Come back and I'll be adding black-eyed beans. Remember when I said I weren't going to add any more oil? I lied to you. I lied again. I'm sorry.
You've got to hold the camera whilst you're doing it.
I only lied a little bit. No, I realised I had some sesame oil over there that I bought last time we went to Wing Yip, which is also where I got the gochujang from. just in case you're wondering. They have wing yip shops in Manchester, Birmingham and London, but most, if you've got a little kind of Chinese supermarket near you, they'll probably have gochujang. And even though it's Korean, they all kind of carry, you know, Indonesian, Korean, Japanese, Chinese. So you see all this stuff on the bottom of the pan here, Jason? Can you make that out?
Yeah.
That is just, that's flavour. That's flavour, that.
Flavour in a pan,
So
flavour in a pan.
When I put the rice in, that's going to come off. It might come off now with these black-eyed beans. Get them in there. Black-eyed beans are really, really high in nutrients. I mean, if you want to know the specifics, you need to go and talk to Hench or Derek at Nutrition, because they know that, those guys. But looking on the pack, you know, the protein and everything, very good. Oh, very good they are. We're about 5 minutes off our rice being completed, and then we will add the rice, keep it on the heat for a minute while we chop up the spinach. You know, you'll see. We'll come back. Come back and show you. 5 more minutes. Don't know what. I just decided to add some fresh chilies, and if you don't know, by the way, a fantastic tip, you can buy a big bag of bird's eye or Thai chilies or whatever, you know, these kind of small chilies, and freeze them, and then when you go to cut them out of the freezer, they're really, really easy to cut, and you can do them in really thin slivers. So I just decided to do a red and a green directly into our bibimbap, because me and Jason do like a bit of spice. Of course, this part is optional. You don't have to have the chilli. I know a lot of people out there are not spice warriors, spice adventurers. And good for you. You don't have to be, but we are, so it's got in. I wish I could remember how you got into this. I'm not even joking. At the front, not the back.
No.
It's because it's got one hinge. So this is what gochujang looks like. Like I say, it's a red pepper paste. So basically a red chili paste. But it's not that hot at all, but it does have a beautiful flavour. So I'm going to go in with a great big spoon like that.
Whoa.
And a little bit more as well. The reason I'm putting that in there now is that the rice is done and it's just over at the sink there draining. I'm going to grab it now, cut the bag open and get it straight into here. So I'm just going to cut that. Put this in the bin, Jason. You can get close to that lusciousness before I mix it all in. Now, I'm just going to add just a little bit of water, because I still need that gochujang to spread all around the rice, and as you can see it gives it a beautiful red colour. And then at this point now I'm going to add spinach by the handful, and I'm just going to cut it in. Be very careful if you're going to use scissors. I do this all the time and I'm very haphazard, but I managed to survive with all my fingers somehow. And maybe just while that's wilting, a splash more water. Now, you can of course do this for as long as you like. You know, when I saw Rosalie do it, the spinach she kind of cooked separately, and then added it to the dish, and then mixed the dish when it was in the serving bowl, and cut all the spinach up. So the spinach wasn't cooked soft; it still had some firmness to it. I'm just going to wilt ours for just a little bit. You see now, Jason, when you slide the bottom of the pan, all of that lovely dark flavour from before. is coming off into the dish.
It looks beautiful.
And that's what you want. You know, you want that coming off into the dish because it's flavour.
Flavour.
And I'm learning that from a lot of you guys on YouTube, you know, that I mentioned before. Excuse me, Hench Herbivore and Derek from Nutrition, about and a lot of other people that I can't even name now. Just that whole thing about, you know, not having to use oodles of oil, which I've always done to cook things. But you really don't have to. For some things I'm still going to use, where I would have used 4 tablespoons of oil, I'm now using 1, and I'm still going to do that. But then I would rather add water, which is kind of what I've learned from watching other people. And get things, you know, steamed if need be. Now I'm just going to leave that for a few minutes, give it another few stirs until our spinach is wilted. And the final thing, once it's in the serving bowl, is I'm going to add 3 scallions, 3 spring onions, chopped horseshoe style, which is where you cut them on the diagonal, like that. Okay, no one's asking your opinion on how to cut scallions. Oh, next scene. No. Want me to pick you up? You have to go all the way in. Okay. There we go. And this is our cat in a bag. She's done this ever since she was a tiny kitten. She really likes to be carried around. When we have breakfast in the morning, she likes to be put in the bag and put on the armchair facing the sofa. Say hi. Say hi, darling. Ah, she's so pretty. So yeah, cat in a bag. Who lets the cat out the bag? She does. All done and ready for the bowl. So we just like to serve it from a big bowl like this. Get it all into your bowl like that. There's more in the pan. Waste not, want not, Karen. There we go. And then the final step is our lovely spring onions. Which I'm just going to top the whole dish with, but then when we sit down to eat this, we'll probably mix those in. But I'd like you to have a little taste of this, Jason.
Yeah, of course. I think my name is Don't Taste Stuff Jason.
You've never been called that a day in your life. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, vegan bibimbap. Ta-da! Come and join me, Bromley. Bibimbap. Let's just have a taste before we go and sit down and properly enjoy it.
Oh.
Absolutely delicious, and let's not forget.
Right.
Yeah, I haven't added any salt or pepper, just the gochujang, a stock cube for the rice, and then chilies. What do you think?
I think it's beautiful, and for me, it's got just the right amount of heat. Really nice.
However, we had some of that kuchao chili oil.
Yeah.
That'd well be going in there, you know that. We do like our hot things, me and Jason. Without the chilies that we put in, it would be a far milder heat. So if you're not a heat person, but do try it with the gochujang because it's such a unique flavour. And it's beautiful. So, go on.
I was just going to say we've got paratha as well, so we're going to have bibimbap pizza. I like to put it on a paratha and then just eat it like a pizza.
Some of us can afford to.
Might take fancy. I'll take a picture of my bibimbap pizza and I'll put it here.
In it fancy. Get fancy though. Oh wait, look, we really enjoy you've hoped this video.
That's the one.
That's the sentence. We really hope you've still got my gym wristband on.
I haven't.
We really hope you've enjoyed this video. We really hope that you pop over and have a look at Rosalie at Cheap Lazy Vegan, or just copy my Oldham method of bibimbap because it's still right bloody tasty. You know what I mean? We'll be back really soon, I think, with our Tesco top 10 items video. And loads more recipes coming up. Thank you so much for watching.
Love you.
Oh, I love you too. And we love you. Please be excellent to yourselves. Be excellent to each other. And we'll see you right soon. Bye, lovelies.